One of the worst possible outcomes following a global crisis has been realized as Russia officially began its invasion of Ukraine earlier Thursday morning. World food prices, inflation, and increased cost of freight are factors countries such as Grenada are already facing due to the recession caused by the COVID-19 pandemic, and it is now compounded by the Russian war on Ukraine. Private sector Senator Christopher Dialli, in an interview earlier this week, had pointed to the cap on gas prices as one of the areas that may be impacted. He believes the Grenadian economy cannot sustain such a situation for a long period, especially for local businesses heavily dependent on the industry. According to Reuters, oil prices jumped on Thursday, with Brent rising above $105 a barrel for the first time since 2014 after Russia's attack on Ukraine exacerbated concerns about disruptions to global energy supply. ABC 13 is reporting that with the United States to implement economic sanctions on Russia, it means even higher gas prices, which will be sudden and significant.
You know, the Russian invasion of Ukraine could have some serious impacts almost right away here in the U.S. In fact, U of H energy expert Ramanan Krishnamurti says if the conflict overseas drags out, worst case, it could spike gas prices to $5 and last for several months. So currently, about 10% of the world's crude oil comes from Russia. He says higher gas prices won't just affect us at the pump. It also means higher prices on just pretty much everything that we're buying, on top of us already dealing with inflation. If gas prices increase by $1, that will bring us to $4.20, the highest since 2000, as I mentioned, when gas peaked at just $4.
GBN reached out to Energy Minister Gregory Bowen to find out whether Grenada will be able to sustain the $15 cap on local gas price, which was implemented in December. However, up to news time, a request from the Prime Minister's press secretary for an interview with Minister Bowen did not materialize. Meanwhile, private sector Senator Christopher Dialli, prior to the invasion of Ukraine by Russia, indicated that the solution is a strong signal for Grenada to push forward with renewable and alternative sources of energy.
That is one side of the equation. But let's take Guyana, for example, where Guyana is going to become a huge producer of oil and gas. For them, this is great, and for the companies investing. At the end of the day, could we strike arrangements with Guyana that could give us oil and gas at a cheaper rate for our region, so that the full dependency as we move away from it, although we wouldn't be totally away from it, but as we change our energy consumption and diversify it with alternatives, the question becomes, how we could form agreements and arrangements within our own CARICOM community that works to our advantage and not have to depend on external factors of bringing in all these fuels and so on that will constantly keep increasing our costs. So for example, if we were to move our electricity production from diesel to gas, and we could get gas cheaper from the region 10 years, 15 years from now, or geothermal, would that be an alternative that we should look at now to prepare for these crises that may come?
Senator Dialli said such a move will reduce the effects of rising oil prices due to what has transformed into evasion on the local economy. He noted that as countries go into renewables and reduce dependency on fossil fuels, oil companies will seek to make as much as possible. I am Gerard Joseph for GBN News.